Hello, and today I'll introduce you the TV series Melrose Place 1992. I will tell you about the original names and ages of the actors and how they changed in 2023. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel to support us. Alright, let's get started. Dr. Michael Mancini is played by Thomas Calabro. He is a very devoted husband to Jane, and the show chronicles their troubles as a couple. At the end of the first season, Michael had an affair with a co-worker, Kimberly Shaw, causing Jen to file for divorce and kick him out of their apartment. In 1992, he was 33 years old, and now he's 63 years old.
Bad son would play hooky from school or needed, money because he didn't run out at college, but my son sleeps with the woman I'm sleeping with.
Matt Fielding is played by Doug Savant. He's a social worker at LA Halfway House for Teens, a group of friends who live together in the same apartment complex in West Hollywood. Not long after being bullied by three men, Matt was fired from his work from home halfway because he was gay. He sued the center and accepted a settlement of $10,000, which he donated to the Gay Legal Defense Fund. In 1992, he was 28 years old, and now he's 58 years old.
Everybody's gonna believe this. Yes, I was home holding down the fort with our 16-year-old.
Billy Campbell is played by Andrew Shue. He's an aspiring writer and taxi driver. He later worked for a newspaper and then started working at D&D Advertising with Allison and Amanda. He briefly dated Amanda and she became pregnant with his child, but soon miscarried. Then he and Allison became a couple. In 1992, he was 25 years old, and now he's 55 years old.
I want to say that Amy said she had this big assignment. I said, we said we were going to Antarctica together. So then I immediately said, can I come? And they said, well, as long as you share the same bed with her, you can come.
Jake Hansen is played by Gwen Cho. He's kind of a bad cyclist. He opened his own motorcycle shop with the help of Joe Reynolds. The two have an on and off romance throughout the series. In 1992, he was 30 years old, and now he's 60 years old.
After I was cast in Melrose Place, and all the press had come out, and it was kind of a big deal. I walked into her, we lived in a trailer park back.
Allison Parker is played by Courtney Thorne Smith. She's Allison from Wisconsin. She has many romances throughout the show, perhaps most notably with Billy Campbell. She worked at D&D Advertising for most of the series. Allison also experiences multiple traumas over the show. In season 1, she moved to Seattle with her boyfriend Keith Gray. In 1992, she was 25 years old, and now she's 55 years old.
And I compulsively dieted. I did a whole bunch of diets. It took a lot of therapy and a lot of time. I think it's the endless work of having a life that's bigger than my body.
Dr. Kimberly Shaw is played by Marsha Cross. She's a resident at the Wilshire Memorial, as is Michael Mancini's colleague. The two become friends and begin to have a romantic relationship. In later installments, Kimberly has serious mental problems, including dissociative identity disorder. In the final season, she was diagnosed with terminal brain cancer. In 1992, she was 30 years old, and now she's 60 years old.
That I get a lot more birthdays. Yeah, I just feel very grateful. I had a rough patch. It was a while ago, and I'm totally fine, perfectly healthy.
Amanda Woodward is played by Heather Locklear. She is the daughter of Palmer Woodward and Hillary Michaels. She also has a half-brother, David Michaels. She has an unhappy childhood. Her parents were abusive and neglectful. And as she got older, Amanda developed a hard shell and learned to manipulate people so they couldn't hurt her. In 1993, she was 32 years old, and now she's 61 years old.
And this is also a book. It's 1 Hour to Live, 1 Hour to Love.
Yeah.
And so it's also incredible, for anyone who's going through loss or divorce.
Sydney Andrews is played by Laura Layton. She's an easygoing young woman with questionable priorities. She is prone to making rash and irresponsible decisions, such as getting involved with her sister's ex and breaking the law. Although she often appears carefree and aloof, she is sensitive when facing the consequences of her actions and when sharing comforting moments with others. In 1993, she was 25 years old, and now she's 54 years old.
Gene Mancini's younger sister for 2 episodes, and I was so thrilled. It was, you know, a really big job opportunity for me, and I loved the character, and I loved that she was just sort of...
Jen Andrew Machini is played by Josie Bessette. She's Michael Machini's wife and works in a clothing store in Melrose Avenue. In Los Angeles, Jen and Michael are directors of an apartment building as well as having separate careers. A major plot point for Jen and Michael in the first season is that they can't find time to be together and manage their hectic work schedules. In 1992, she was 22 years old, and now she's 52 years old.
Yeah, well, we connected when we did Wedding March. So
Right.
we've done 3 of those. We're doing another 2 in a couple weeks. And then I did When Calls the Heart. So
Kyle McBride is played by Rob Estes. He's a former Marine and a chef from Boston. It was revealed that before the show, he had an affair with Jennifer. After a fight with Taylor, he had a brief affair with Sydney, while Taylor had an affair with Peter. He owns a restaurant called Kyle. In 1993, he was 30 years old, and now he's 59 years old.
It's an odd time to say this, but I'd love to go back and be a cop. If I was to do things all over again, you know what I mean? It's fun to play them, but it would be very interesting to be a cop.
Dr. Peter Burns is played by Jack Wagner. He's the chief of staff at Wilshire Memorial Hospital, where Michael, Kimberly, and Matt also work. He has been romantically involved with Amanda several times. He's very charismatic to people, especially Michael and Amanda. In 1994, he was 35 years old, and now he's 63 years old.
Scholarship, went to the drama department and auditioned, and they gave me a full ride, and so I went to drama school and quit playing golf.
That was that.
So that's kind of, but I was able, through Gloria Monty at General Hospital,
Jill Reynolds is played by Daphne Zuniga. She's a photographer, originally from New York City, formerly married to Charles Reynolds, related to Jake Hansen, Steve McMillan, Reed Carter, Jazz Hansen, Richard Hart, and Dr. Dominic O'Malley. In 1992, she was 30 years old, and now she's 60 years old.
In this tight bun and the nurse's outfit, and it was really in the cardigan, and that just helped me when I'm giving her her hypodermic needle shots and her pills and stuff.
Megan Lewis Machini is played by Kelly Rutherford. She was a prostitute hired by Kimberly to have sex with Michael, during which Kimberly felt unwell enough to do so herself. Megan became a prostitute after she ran away from home at the age of 14 due to an alcoholic father. In 1996, she was 28 years old, and now she's 54 years old.
What was developing in me as an actress, or somebody who was able to see people and their characters and why we make the choices we make.
Right.
Thank you for watching the whole video. If you like this video, please share it, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel to support us in producing the next video.